Bonjour. Welcome back to another episode of the Jonny R Podcast. A frigid episode of the Jonny R Podcast. I'm back from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It was a good time. Had a lot of fun with Night Shield, Maniac, the Supernatural, B of Dakota South Records, Brandis Knutson, who I got the sweater from, Dakota South. Who else was there? Bud Holly and Damon Perry, Brianna B, Crime Spree, and I forgot those other guys' names, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. Went out there Saturday. For some reason, I left the day of the gig. I don't know why I did that. I was supposed to save money and time, but left here about 10 o'clock. Got down there about 4:30. Checked in, checked my phone messages, and got prettied up. Show started at 8:30. Well, I was supposed to start at 8:30, but you know, that's just to give people the time to show up. But it was an eye-opening experience, I suppose. I feel like I'm getting older. You know, even one of the guys on stage he was ready to. He said, "Let's hurry up and get the song, man. This is my bedtime. I got to get home, go to bed." And I was like, about 11:30, quarter to 12, and I was thinking the same thing, because shit, I'm usually in bed by that time, even on a Saturday. But you know, you see, it was a good turnout. You know, the Night Shield can still bring in a crowd, and I was feeling my age. You know, a couple of the guys on the show, I think, might be the same age as my firstborn daughter, and was talking to them, and you know, tell me who their influences are. And this one guy said, you know, I used to sing and whatever, and it's kind of like a Ed Sheeran type singer. You know who that is? I said, yeah, I know who that is. I'm not that goddamn old. Just because I got gray in my beard doesn't mean I don't listen to the radio. But, you know, I'm not really a music guy like I used to be. You know, when I was younger, I listened to a lot of 90s R&B and hip-hop. Like Jodeci, R. Kelly, and who else was there? Silk. You know, all that kind of stuff. Boys to Men. You know, all that kind of smooth stuff. But lately, I keep catching myself turning the radio station. You know, a popular song comes on. Nope. Especially Cardi B. I don't get Cardi B. I don't understand her appeal. You know, it's showing my age, and I don't give a shit. But I don't get her. I don't see what the big fuss is about her. She's on every fucking song on the radio right now. I don't know how that happened. You know, but that's just me. You know, I'm 42 years old, father of 12, and my music influences are, I'm starting to go back to the old, you know, ever since Guardians of the Galaxy and American Hustle, I've been listening to a lot more 70s like soft rock, like Fleetwood Mac, and who else was there? Bee Gees, even. You know, just I used to laugh at that stuff when I was younger, but now I catch myself listening to it now. So my musical tastes have changed. You know, I'll listen to, you know, Drake, or who's that other one? Got that one G-Eazy song stuck in my head. You know, Halsey, whatever her name is. Another one, same age as my firstborn. So I don't really follow a lot of music, but I did download the new Night Shield Survivor album. Is that what they're called? They still call albums? But yeah, that's what he was promoting that night. I liked it, man. He's got a really, really unique sound. So I suggest you go out and get or even stream Night Shield Survivor, Savivor, Survivor. So I suggest you go stream that, or YouTube. Is it iTunes? Such an old man. Fuck. iTunes. That's what I did. Got to support our local artists, native artists. But yeah, it was a good time, man. I had a lot of fun, and I like that area. Hopefully get to go back sometime soon. And I was gonna have some fun that night, but you know, I quit drinking, so I didn't want to deal with the hangover on the drive home. So you know, I just drank water that night. And I was pissing every little while, man, but kept me out of trouble. You know, I'm still vulnerable when I go out. So, but I don't get drunk anymore. So that's the main thing. Got to keep a clear head, you know. But yeah, also Night Shield is a Native American Music Award nominee for Best Concept Video, I think it is. So I don't know if you voted for him. That was a cool video he had with I think it was like Marilyn Manson type clip on his song. I watched that video when it first came out. That's pretty cool. It was like a real cool Halloween type theme, where Brandis B. Knudsen gets murdered in there. And not that I wanted to see Brandis be murdered or anything, but you know, good idea, good concept. A lot of artistic natives out there that we want to shine some light on. Even though I got like a little, you know, not much of a light to shine, but I do my part. I do my thing. And speaking of the Native American Music Awards, they're on tonight. I think it starts at 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'm not sure. I was supposed to go out there for that, but there was a mix-up on my flight where I lost a lot of money on our tickets. So I'm still upset about that, and now I'm even more upset now that I bring it up. So, but you know, you live, you learn. Learn how to. Maybe I should do get a what are those trip planners, or some kind of agent, travel agent, maybe one of those next time. But I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I was supposed to be there because I was nominated for Comedian of the Year category with Tony Joe Hall and Casey Nicholson, Milo Smith, Mark Yaffe, Adrian Chelopa, and Teresa. I cannot say her last name. I don't know why. And I don't want to insult her, but yeah. 7 of us. First ever Comedian of the Year category at the Native American Music Awards. So, you know, one of us will have a historic trophy. Or is it a plaque? I think it's a trophy. But yeah, that goes on tonight. What else is there? I don't really know much. Oh, today, well, actually yesterday, I was eating some things I wasn't supposed to eat yesterday, and I got a really bad toothache, and then the toothache went up to my head, so I had a pounding headache. I was getting lightheaded and nauseous, and I wasn't feeling good last night. I was kind of worried for my health. You know, I'm a big guy. I eat a lot of junk. I've eaten a lot of junk since I was, you know, since I could eat, I suppose. Well, it's been like that, but I'm 42 years old and I gotta watch what I eat. And I just had a cheeseburger basket for lunch. What a pig. So, you know, that's one thing I gotta start, you know, I gotta take a deep look at what I'm ingesting, you know, fueling this big machine. This big comedy machine. So, yeah, but I had a really bad headache, nauseous, toothache, so I went to the trusty old IHS last night, and I was only up there for an hour and a half, which isn't too bad for being there at, I think I got there a little after 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30, and they give me some meds, excuse me. But I also got a shot of Toradol in the hip, which I've had before. I usually get those when I get migraines, because I've had migraines since I was a kid. And that's usually what they give me. And they gave me that just in case. It was a migraine. So I got that. I come home and I start watching a movie. The wife and I start watching The Dark. Bring the Dark. Bring the Night. Carry the Dark. The new movie on Netflix with Jeffrey Wright about wolves and where the mother says her child got stolen by wolves. That movie. We were watching that. And I fell asleep. I couldn't hang in anymore. It was the Toradol, I suppose. I think that's what it's called. Toradol. I don't want to give anybody any false information, so but it was that. And I fell asleep about maybe 11:30, 12 o'clock. And I woke up. My eyes were really, stuck together like a sick baby. My eyes wouldn't, my eyes fused together because of all the eye juice and stuff. Like, oh man, I can't. What the hell? So I got up. Felt like I had something in my eye. I woke up, my eyes were fucking swollen shut. I could see, but I couldn't really, not where I could function normal. So that was about 6:30. I woke up, went in the bathroom, and fudge! But I didn't say fudge. So I stayed home. I had to stay home today because I couldn't really, I'd be a risk anywhere I went. I'd be walking into shit, running over dogs if I had to drive. And so I stayed home today. So the wife put me to work. So I had to do laundry, clean the house, and, dump my garbage, get caught up on my garbage. And what else did I do? I just watched the new Joe Rogan comedy special on Netflix, which is awesome, by the way. I think I got about 2/3 of the way through, and I've never watched Joe Rogan's comedy before, but I've listened to his podcast for the last 2 or 3 years, and it was quite a surprise at how much I enjoyed his comedy. So I'll hopefully finish it this evening, but he's got a lot of good bits on there that I never thought of. A couple of them made me open my eyes up to other possibilities. So my wife said Joe Rogan's my hero. Every time I bring up a piece of knowledge, I always start out with, well, Joe Rogan says. I didn't realize I did that a lot, but I guess that's what I do. So, but I listened to Joe Rogan and Nick Kroll yesterday. Was that yesterday or the other day? Yeah, yesterday. I was on the road for work yesterday. Then I listened to Urban Indians podcast. Gabe Nightshield. I was interviewing the guys from the show we did Saturday night, and that was pretty entertaining. Those guys can really go off on each other. A lot of fun to hear some guys hanging out and just goofing off. But anyway, I was trying to type in a thing there, so I couldn't get it. But anything else? I also recently booked a gig in Denver, Colorado for October 27th. That's 15 days from now, and I was recommended by the brother Tatanka Means, so I appreciate that, Tatanka. You're the man. Miigwech for looking out for a bro. And I was also told by Adrian Chalupa that that's a good crowd over there. That it's the American Indian Achievement Awards. It'll be in downtown Denver, Colorado. It's not an open event. It's I think the tickets are like $150 just to get in. So I feel very classy. They're not coming in to see me, but I'm just gonna say they are. Pay $150 to watch me talk shit. So, and that's one of the things, though. It's gonna be a variety. The crowd is gonna be a variety of people. Mostly natives. There's some more business. The whole Denver business community, I suppose. Colorado business community. Most celebrating the native businesses, and gonna be some kids in there. So I used to be scared of having to do clean comedy, but I realized that I'm not really R-rated. None of my stuff is really disgustingly graphic, so I'm gonna be all right. I did that show for the National Recovery Month. I did that a couple weeks ago, and that went out well. Turned out well, So I'm not just a sav on stage. I don't just talk shit to talk shit. but it just whatever I find funny at the time, and sometimes people find, share my laugh in that. Sometimes they don't, and sometimes they get mad, talk shit to me online. But it's part of the business I'm in. I'll sit there and online talk shit, because I think stuff is funny. That's how we endured 500 years of assimilation. Our humor got us through all the tragedies. Not that sacred. Man, I can't get over that. That's an awesome video. I wish I would have thought of that. Reg Charging, whatever his name is. That was an awesome idea. I should have thought of that, you bastard. Ooh, next time I'll think of something cool. But yeah, just use my humor. If I'm not making jokes when I'm uncomfortable, I'm eating. I notice that about myself. When I'm not comfortable with where I'm at, or if I'm in a group of people, I'll find whatever and I'll eat. That's probably why I'm so big, because I'm always nervous. I'm always anxious, uncomfortable around big groups of people or crowds of people that I have no control of. And people say that's weird. Being a comedian. Why are you so nervous and antisocial? You're a comedian. Well, I know when I'm on stage, I have more control of what's going to happen. But if I'm out and about, trying to mingle, that's not. I'm not very good at that. So one thing I got to improve on in my older age is I got to learn how to mingle and be nice to others and not offend like I've usually done in the past. So, but what else is going on around here? We had a little bit of snow the last couple days. It wasn't too bad. We endured like we always do. But it's supposed to be nice next week. We're supposed to be in the 50s. So I got one last chance to cut my grass, which is my favorite thing to do. Anyway, but yeah, I'll be in Denver, Colorado, October 27th. I'll be in Northern Lights Casino in Walker, Minnesota, November 2nd, with Tatanka Means, and Rob Fairbanks will be hosting that show with the legendary Larry Omaha. And I also have something, kind of working on something that might happen, might not happen, but I'll announce that when if that comes through. So, but I missed out on quite a few opportunities around here. I was trying to be cool and hit up Fluffy Guy when he did his show in Northern Lights, but he got mad at me. So, that's not the first time someone's got mad at me on Twitter for, I suppose, I don't know if it's harassing or, just trying to get in conversation, and they don't like that, There's not a lot of support, like the big names really aren't willing to give a bro a chance, we got to earn our stripes, or pay your dues, which I think I've been doing, traveling around, little to no money. But I've also thought about just hanging it up, because I can't get out there anymore, So maybe, I don't know. I can't promote myself because I'm too Indianish, as we say in Ojibwe language. Because I don't like to talk about myself. Yeah, right. But everything else, man, I don't know. I'm just thinking about retiring from comedy and just trying something else. Get on the producer side of entertainment. But I got an update on Res Comedy documentary. Was that yesterday or the other day? I got an email from the producer guy, editor guy. He said it's again. I always get the same. It's almost done. We'll get there. Now the latest is we can't go past this month. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if they're still going to let us in Sundance, but if not, whatever, man. I'll just sell it for the $20,000 we got to make, and we'll just pay everybody back. And that's just how frustrated I am with this whole movie business. I should have went to school for this. Stupid. I don't know why I didn't. I thought I was going to be a businessman or or a writer or a lawyer or a... I didn't do any of those. Struggled in school, you know. But I don't know if I talked about that. I probably did, but maybe that'll be a topic for my next episode of the Jonny R Podcast, which is brought to you by Jonny R. This episode of the Jonny R Podcast is brought to you by 94 Warriors, the entertainment giant of Indian country, where we are. I don't know. That just sounds cool. Joe Rogan has sponsors on his podcast, but I'm starting to get. I got some designs for T-shirt. It's not really a design. It's just my company name and the number 94 Warriors. And I don't know. Maybe sell some of those or bring back my Jonny R Show logos or I don't know something. I gotta think about opening up my own business with my own money, so nobody can tell me what to do. Nobody can tell me I'm late, or nobody can tell me to finish up these reports.